und seiner Welt. Ey, die gucken gar nicht mehr nach vorne, ne? Guck mal, der Typ auch, guck mal, ey. Oh mein Gott, der ist ins Wasser. Der ist ins Wasser. Der ist nicht ins Wasser gefallen. Komm mal mit, Mann, komm mal mit. Hast du bei dir, Mann? Was ist passiert, ey? Hey, da ist ein anderer reingefallen, Mann. Da ist noch einer reingefallen. Hey, komm mal, kann einer mal helfen?
Lance has been roasting me for playing Pokemon Go all fucking day, but that's all this kid does. Yo! You're a fucking idiot.
Dude, this fucking game is dangerous.
Pay attention.
I'm gonna get myself killed.
You're gonna ruin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will present about our system Pokemon Go Play Safer from All Safe Enterprise. What is the Pokemon Go Play Safer? It's about the system that will ensure the safety of Pokemon Go players to the maximum conditions, and then to reduce the risk on player health caused by improper lifestyle, and gather data about the user playing habits that can be analyzed and used in future application development. As we know that Pokemon Go games is going be a trend all around the world because it's a nostalgic games which 90s kids used to watch the Pokemon, and the augmented reality games is going to be a trend, and 1 million people in the world play Pokemon Go. But the disadvantage of Pokemon Go is the player have to go around to find Pokemon characters, and there is no limits place for the Pokemon Go. So the restricted area can be they have to access the Pokemon Go at the restricted areas to find Pokemon characters. So the areas is didn't get any privacy from the Pokemon Go players. And the second things, the Pokemon Go players are not focused on the reality, because they have to focus in the games, which can cause an accidents, and they have improper lifestyles because of the trend. The trending of Pokemon Go is they play the games in the middle of night, which is not a proper health lifestyle. So our system requirement have 3 system requirement: is login and register, second is location tracker, and 3 is alerts. So for develop our system, we have several infrastructures requirement. Has a project office locations. Our project office locations is about in the big city as Kuala Lumpur or Johor Bahru, because the Pokemon Go players are used to play these games in the city, because they will we call a module in the Pokemon Go games So they place the module in the city, so we can observe the habits of the surrounding of Pokemon Go players. And then for the the office layouts, our office we will have a few rooms, and they have its own functions. So we not separate the staff in the room, because they can share an idea directly when they are separate by the room. So we do a big space and just separate by partitions, and then for any discussions and meeting, we have provide a discussion room with an electronic whiteboard. Will keep they no need to scroll up with the laptop, but they just click at the whiteboard, the electronic whiteboard, which can be touch screens, and then we have the server room, which will be locate the server, and then all the data that we collect from the Pokemon Go players will be stored in that rooms. So and we have a games room, which the staff can entertain themselves in the room. Like we have some games like dart, pool, and PS4. So our project office automation requirements is about we have basic facilities such as telephones, Wi-Fi's, photocopy machines, printers, and stationaries for their developments, their system developments. So we have a security rooms, which we have a lot of computers for the staff, and then we have support computers, and each staff provide laptop for each one. So we have a fax machines, laser fax machines, and so many basics office requirements. And then for telecommunications requirement, we have to subscribe Wi-Fi for the staff use. So because our games is online games, so they have to get a good internet access. So after that is a local area network LAN setup for the office to let the staff communicate each others and give accessibility of project departments between the employees. The local network is must be faster and more secure environment of communications. And hardware requirements, we must have a smartphone or tablet to implement the prototype of our system and test it before we establish the systems. And then our based on Pokemon Go games, they have a requirement of Android OS 2.2 or 2.3. So it's same goes to our system that require Android OS 2.2 and 2.3, and laptop or PC for our staff use to develop the systems. So we use the Android Studio to develop an apps to that will be attached to Pokemon Go games, and Dreamweaver to develop a system in web base, and GitHub to a platform with a various type of developer control versions, which they can communicate the code of the different developer. And then the lastly is a Bootstrap. We make the web base more responsive based on which device they are open the website. And other specific software and hardware requirement, there will be a lot of CCTV at our office, since we had a facilities which quite fancy, exclusive and high-end automations facilities. So we need to secure our office. And then software and hardware license requirement, because we don't want to use the pirates software, because this big project can be crash in the middle of developed systems. So that the first part in our project. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nurdin. I want to present about the project organization. So our project member basically has 4. Amin Nozman as a project manager, software development team leader Ridwan Ahmad Muhammad, database and security team leader Izin Izzati bin Zulkifli, and me as marketing team leader. So here is the organization structure of our project organization. So here is the role and responsibilities of our team member. As project manager, he managed and lead the design for all design software development projects, and manage software release, delivery, communication and coordination, stakeholder reporting, scope and risk management. So the requirement for next project manager is the spec design and client interaction. He also developed a requirement, budget and schedule for the assigned application development project. For software development team, has system analyst, software engineer, and senior programmer, junior programmer, software tester, and quality assurance. As a system analyst, they analyze and evaluate present computer, business system, procedure, and process. Consult with client to identify, forecast, and attain current and future business needs. Conduct program design, coding, debugging, and documentation. Software engineer, they design a software, and they also does the programming implementation for the software. Senior programmer and junior programmer help the software engineer leader to develop the project. Software tester, they execute the test and report the defect and preparation of the test report. For the quality assurance, they review the test plan, review test cases, review of software requirement, and supervision of software tester. For database security team, they got a research engineer, database admin, system and security analyst, database designer. For research engineer, they gather every information, data, and sample in order to test them and find the best method, material, or product to use for an application. For database admin, they perform a number of visual tasks, protect files from loss or corruption, and make data easily accessible when required. For system security analysts, they maintain the security infrastructure, draft technical documentation and security guidelines, collaborate with management, staff, department head, and external partner of regulator. The database designer, they does the data modeling and system architecture, including database and system performance tuning, as well as hardware and network workload. For marketing team, they analyze and investigating the price, demand, and competition, devising and presenting ideas and strategies, and does the promotional, compelling event, and produce exhibition. Marketing planner, they search for detail and understand how to translate complex data into manageable and readable explanation. Help to brainstorm marketing campaign and run those campaigns to test scenario to identify any problem. So that's all for the roles and responsibility. For executive summary, this project aim is to develop a mobile support application for the world's most popular game nowadays, which is Pokemon Go, to gather some data about the user playing habits. The augmented reality games are growing more popular after the Pokemon Go, which is being played by more than 10 million players. The AR games may take from players their life or may lead them to hurt themselves badly. Other accident or other kind of danger, like going in a dangerous zone like jungle or prohibited area, this or killer might not be avoided by the player hunting Pokemon. The problem of the game is addiction to play the game. The project aim is to save time of player and ensure it does not affect their life routine. So we find it necessary to develop an application that alerts and notify them to stay away from some areas or stop at traffic light. That is the importance of this project is saving the player's life, to ensure they play with attitude. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Izmi Izzati binti Zulkifli and I will present the project scope for the Pokemon Go player safe. For the project logical scope, which is the project modules, there are 3 modules. The first one is login and registration, the second one is alert, and the third one is location tracker. For the login and registration, the system shall enable the user to register their account to log in the system. The user can log in by applying the valid user identification and password. When the login is succeed, then the user will have the authority to use the system. And if the user does not have the account yet, then they have to do the registration first as the first time user, and they will require to fill in their basic information such as name, age, sex, email, region, and country. Once the basic information is complete, then they will given their own identification so that they can log in with their own password. But first, user will be emailed a link to activate their account before they can log in. So this is the simple validation step to complete the registration process, as the user must enter a valid email address to which they have access. And the second one is alert. There are different type of alert for this game, and the first one is the warning alert, which the player will get a notification if they are near the dangerous zone. And the second type of alert is prohibited alert, that the player enter or player inside the if the player enter or play inside the private area, then they will get prohibited alert that will turn off their phone screen and will light off after 2 minutes. The action will do automatically, and if the player resists the prohibited alert, will be repeatedly activated till they get out from the danger zone. There are also colors that differentiate the level of danger for areas within that zone. For example, is the green zone represent the place is a safe zone. So, for the module alert, this is the important part of the module. And the third one is the location tracker. Since the Pokemon Go is an online AR, so the games need internet connection, and as AR game is used, so the GPS are used for tracking the players to show the location of Pokemon, and this will lead them away along to the Pokemon location. Then the PokeGo Save application will be as the game connected to the internet and GPS service to keep track the player's location. Then the data have the information of location safety. So if the user is within a danger zone, the application will activate alert module. So the location tracker module are connected to the alert module. For the project physical scope, the first one is the hardware scope. There will be a computer server, router for the telecommunication requirements, and the basic thing that the office must have, such as printer, desktop, scanner, and the additional thing that we must have are backup storage and power backup supply, as we do not want any unnecessary things to happen during work, such as blackout, the power fail, and else. And the other hardware that we need are smartphone or tablet or laptop and PC that our staff can be used for the Android application. Why we need the smartphone? This is because the smartphone is always being used regularly in daily life, so it will easy for us to submit a report with one button. And for the laptop or PC, the usual hardware that we use for the web-based platform. For this platform are used for the system development process. This is because laptop or PC will easy to be handled when they receive a report. But for the time being, the laptop or PC are the best platform for the staff to do their work. And for the office requirement, we will have the basic facilities such as telephone for all the staff to make and receive a phone call behalf on the company only, and the basic things like facsimiles, photocopy machine, printer, and stationery. But the most important thing is all the staff will be given a computer to do their work, and the security room also will require a lot of computer for all the staff to get the entire job done, because all the work here require a super computer that will make the job easiest for the staff, easiest and faster for the staff. For the software, part, the project computers will be running a Windows operating system, where most of our employees use, and also Windows are used as a server for the server. The project requires a Java working environment which require a Java JDK. And for the Android application, the Android Studio will be installed in all of the programmer device. Microsoft Office also are the basic things that all computer staff will have, and the iPads also involved. We will also require a Microsoft Manager and Vision for modeling and planning purpose. For the database system, we require MySQL, where it is an open source database that has the function required for the project development. And the other requirements are operating system Windows 10, software development tools, Adobe Dreamweaver, Android SDK, modeling tools, and many else.